Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here with Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness, and once again it's time for a full body workout. This is going to be a long workout because this was really a lot of volume. Quick reminder though, if you guys will click like down below and drop me a comment, I would appreciate it so much. And as you guys know, my full body workouts tend to be built around top sets on the big three or close variation, pause squat, box squat. I'm doing box squats for now. But the bench and the deadlift stay pretty consistent. And then what changes is the supplemental work, right? The accessory work, supplemental work, all my hypertrophy stuff after that really is where the different changes are going to occur. And so most people are used to that. Box squats, I want to build box squats back up. This is what will get my squat back up to 500. Plus, this is how I did it last couple times. So it's like, look, if I just come in and do some box squats. I skipped the box jumps today. I only did them on Monday this week, but I pushed the sled really hard. So for this, I'm happy with this. Again, slowly bringing the box squat strength up. This is the heaviest box squat I've hit in a bit at 415. We do a nice long pause on it. So it's a pretty good little pause on the box and then drive up. And yes, I'm squatting on a deep box and it matters, right? You'll get people who are like, oh, a box squat is easier. It's absolutely not. They've never squatted to a 12-inch box like that. I guarantee you they will not be able to do more weight than they can squat. So for the benching though, I really kind of rotated over to what I was doing a few months back when I got the 350 pause bench. And that's just do one top set and then we'll use dips to build it, right? So on this, I would have got a really good set, but see, I hit that upright. Look at that. When I lowered that, I'm like, I got 4 reps today. I hit that upright. So then I ended up doing 3. And the 3, notice it's slow, but it wasn't, 100% grind. But it's that hitting that upright messed me up, my own fault. I set up in a way to where I hit the upright. I can only blame myself. Also, though, a pointer, if it's drifting that far up towards the face, we know there's still some tricep weakness. So I decided again, double down on my tricep work. And I got another tricep PR. So this is kind of funny that I feel like the triceps sometimes limit the benching. Yet they keep getting stronger. My triceps keep getting stronger and stronger, and I haven't quite seen it yet. So, but that's okay. And I went ahead and went with the deadlift bar today. And notice I used the squat bar. The reason I like just leaving the bars in the rack. It's just so much easier for my purposes to just kind of keep everything racked that I might as well just use the right bars. Because I've been rotating the power bar a lot over, but it's like I can just put those J-hooks over there. And then, of course, I'm not facing the camera. But then I can literally just leave a squat bar in the hooks. Because I can do my pull-ups, chin-ups. I can do my other stuff without bothering to take it back out of the rack if I'm not incline benching. I can just leave the squat bar in the hooks safely. Same thing, I can pretty much just store the power bar on the bench because none of it gets in the way of anything. So it's kind of just a convenience thing. But we got 3 reps on the deadlift, right? And then as you guys know, as I've said, I can tell my hamstrings and stuff are starting to limit the deadlift right now because I haven't done any other work other than one set of deadlift for posterior chain per workout for a little bit. And I do feel like my hamstrings have been becoming a little bit of a weak link. So I'm like, let's just come in and push some hard volume on the reverse hypers. And this will build everything back up to where I want it. Right? It'll build stuff back up to where I want it. As again, if we work on recomping a little bit here. And so, yeah, people keep asking, are you bulking, cutting? No, not really. I'm just staying about the same body weight. I'm going to recomp for a bit. I'm not even tracking calories directly. Because, I know how much rice I eat as a primary calorie, but then it's like my protein, I just snack on protein mostly after at this point more and more. So with protein overfeeding, though, that gets complicated. So it's like anytime I'm hungry, if I'm finishing up my feed window, if I get hungry later, I know people are like, what, you could eat 2,500 calories of brown rice and still get hungry. It's like, yeah. So, I might eat an extra half pound of chicken or whatever. So that's what I mean. I just protein load after. Once all my basic carbs and a little bit of healthy fat are in, I just knock down protein. Greek yogurt, chicken, maybe a shake. But you guys see my food. But some of it, though, I do snack a little on protein at the end after those meals are done. If I get hungry, I'd like to eat a little bit of chicken breast. And it is just chicken breast or just some Greek yogurt or a protein shake. So again, it's good for recomping. But yeah, so I moved the over to where I don't have my feed window till well after noon every day. So I mean, I'm up working at 4 or 5 in the morning. Then I don't eat breakfast till at least noon, and then have my clean diet. And again, I feel like I'll just recomp here effectively at this point. But back over to the training, 5 sets of 25 on the reverse hypers. These feel good. These feel really good. Yes, I know the bottoms of my feet. Had someone comment on that the other day, and I'm like, dudes, I'm out here training barefoot. I wash them. Believe me, they get washed, they get scrubbed. My feet get washed twice a day. But I am in my garage barefoot, and I run barefoot. And some of it I've noticed because I do the barefoot running, and I guess certain stuff gets embedded. My feet are like leather now. They are darker on the bottoms. Not that dark, obviously. Not that dark. But they are darker on the bottoms. And it's like permanent. It doesn't scrub off. It just is what it is. It's just a funny observation. But I can always, these feel good. I could always start just progressively overloading this. People are like, well, how do you deal that? I could do 5 sets of 25, and I could just add more weight. Just leave it on there. It's an option, and I might start doing that. Right? Just start adding weight every workout. Do 5 sets of 25. Totally viable. But yeah, after the reverse hypers, I'm like, let's push the dips. And so because I only did 1 set of bench, I'm like, let's do 3 sets of dips. And that works. So if every workout we do 3 sets of dips plus 1 top set of bench, that gives me 4 sets for my chest. Do we want to count it all as triceps? I think we can. But then I'm going to do extra tricep work. As Louis Simmons always pointed out, triceps can handle more work. And I need bigger arms. Like, I'm going to double down on bigger arms. I'm just going to push arm work. So really, my training is going to be about the squat, bench, deadlift, and then the accessories I need. But it's going to be arms. And obviously sleds and other stuff. So I'm going to double down on continuing the arm work. So I took all the supine workout for almost really a couple months. Notice it didn't do anything to improve my shoulders within this last weekend. In the last few days also, I've started messing with some other mobility stuff. And now I'm noticing some stuff crackling and popping and restoring. I feel like some range of motion is starting to make a breakthrough. So I don't feel like at this point taking out supine work is the solution. I think it's the correct mobility work to keep opening everything up. And I'm going to see how it plays out. But I found some things that are making my shoulders sound like Rice Krispies finally. It feels like it's popping loose. Because I want to be able to overhead press again. That's important to me. I want to strict press 225 plus again. But dips really seem to help my shoulders a lot too. They really improve my shoulder health when I go deep on them also. So again, trying to do the deep dips. But this is pretty well where I was on the dips a couple months back when I hit the good 350, pause bench. Because I had it a good 2 seconds, 2-second pause. This is right about where I was. So we're able to do this after a top set on bench, right? So I'm happy with that. And then when I get to the tricep work, I PR'd the tricep work. It's like, what did we really after doing the dips? Normally I was hitting that tricep work after a couple sets of bench, but now we did dips on top of it. All right, so for back, I'm like, let's just do chins. If I want to double down on back work, always my fear with chin-ups is that because I feel chin-ups so much more in my arms. And I'm not even stronger at chin-ups than I am pull-ups, by the way. People could note that. I'm not even stronger at them, really. I always worry I'm going to lose back size. That's my fear. That's my fear with chin-ups, that my back is going to shrink and I have such a good back. But is that really a valid concern? Like, think about how silly that is. I'm deadlifting 3 days a week and then doing 3 sets of chins, weighted chins, almost a failure. Okay? 3 times a week. It's ludicrous for me to think my lats are going to shrink because I'm not doing wide grip pull-ups, I'm doing chins. I'm so silly sometimes. I'm ridiculous. So, look, let's just do some chins again for a bit. Let's work those biceps. Let's bring the arms up. So I'm going to double down on just arm training because really, if I get down under 200 leaner, because I'm still walking around 209, up to about 211 some mornings. All right. what happens if I get under 200 and I can add an inch to my arms over time? I think I'll be in a really good spot. Like, no one's going to be able to hate on that. So I'm going to double down on the arm work. Plus, I feel like the triceps will always eventually improve my bench. So I did my extensions, like I added these back in, and I'm like, yeah, let's get these. All right? I didn't do them last workout because I did dips. So I just did the band press downs. But I've been doing a lot of band press downs too, so I'm like, oh, my triceps are going to overtrain. Yet here we are. I came over. I got 13 reps. Sorry, that's the most I've ever hit. But I did it on the first set here. I think the other time it was like 12 and then 13 or something, right? Or 13 then 12. But it felt good. It felt like I could have squeezed out one more rep if I had to. It had maybe one rep in reserve. But that's kind of matching my other PR. I get over and do another set. I got 14. All right, so let's be clear. We hit another extension PR, but this time we did it after doing 3 sets of weighted dips. So my triceps are really responding well to coming in and doing a lot of this with the band press downs because I'm getting stronger. Like if you're getting stronger on even your isolation type work, the muscle is coming along because I'm doing 4 hard sets of compounds first. So it's not like they're not fatigued and yet they're getting stronger. So that's a good place to be in. So I feel like, okay, the triceps are getting stronger on reps. Like if you're hitting rep PRs on your isolation work and it's pretty heavy and you're still doing your big compounds and they're doing really well, you know that muscle is growing. Okay? You know that muscle is growing. So now I need to be pushing PRs on the dips too. Curls, I went ahead and did these. So, I mean, normally I think I got 12 last time I did these straight, but I was stopping low. So I'm like, wow, let's just go the full range of motion. My concern is the shoulder health, but I'm like, look, let's just keep it strict. What happens if we just keep the weight light enough to do lots of reps, go real strict, and just take these to failure? But do them super strict. Let's just do a full range of motion. All right? Oh, man, people were going to hate on that too. Be like, how dare you do a full range of motion on a strict exercise to failure? Horrible. People will hate on the form. I always get that. And it's always funny. Okay, this is hilarious. And I've had other lifters chime in. They're like, that's funny. They'll act like Ronnie Coleman and Jay Cutler and all those guys didn't do the exact same thing. They'll pin your elbows to your side. And I'm like, tell me you don't have lats without telling me you don't have lats. How? How are you supposed to do that? They're like lighten the weight. I'm getting 12 reps, 13 reps. What do you want me to do? I can't do that with a broomstick. I can't do it with my empty hands. So it's always funny. They want you to pin your elbows to your side. And I'm like, but I can't. I physically can't. You know how hard that would, you know how much that would hurt? How am I supposed to do it while lifting? You have to exhale all your breath. Right? You got to collapse everything and push your stomach out so that your rib cage gets completely empty and exhale. But if you inhale, your arms will pop back out to the side. You can't do it if you have lats. I can't. I've tried. I've demonstrated it before on camera. It's hilarious. So it's like people have these weird ideas. I'm like, how? I physically can't do it. So you want me to exhale completely and then force my arms down really hard and not have any air in my lungs? How am I supposed to do a work set without breathing, holding an exhale? I would pass out. So it's really funny what people expect you to do. It's quite strange. But this lit my bicep. My biceps were on fire. So these 3 sets to failure, especially after doing chins, biceps are on fire. So they felt good. That good stuff happened in there. All right. I always slow that last rep because I know I'm not going to be able to do another one. I slow it down and it just sticks at the bottom. Then I did 1 set of high rep band press downs and then we did a round of sled sprints. And I feel like these aren't a big deal. People could say, well, that is a lot of tricep volume. I'm like, but if I'm getting stronger on the other movements, if I'm PRing them, I don't think I'm overtraining it. I don't think there's a recovery issue. So why not? If I want to do the band work to get the tendons and the blood flow and keep those tendons healthy, so that I can keep PRing the extensions, and then the extensions will probably feed the dips, and dips will feed the bench. We just kind of flow with it all. Bigger chest, bigger triceps. Why? Why not? It helps my elbows. It's a phenomenal. I've done plenty of videos explaining that. So just keep rolling with it. And then we push the sled for a round of sled sprints. But overall, pretty happy with today's workout, right? I'm happy with it. Everything went good, got all the work done that I wanted to do. So we're in a good place with it. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.